Good morning, students. Here, started a new topic called moving coil galvanometer. Now, what is moving coil galvanometer? Moving coil galvanometer is a device which is used to measure or detect current in a circuit. Here is the configuration of moving coil galvanometer. Now, say moving coil galvanometer consists of an iron core cylinder, soft iron core cylinder, which is wound with a large number of coils. Rectangular coil, and its upper part is attached with a wire made of phosphor bronze wire, and the lower part is attached with a spring, here spring, and the whole device is connected with a battery to flow the current into this coil. Now we put this coil into this magnetic field. So what happened when we put this coil into this magnetic field? We already know that when a current carrying loop is placed into the magnetic field, it experiences a torque, and the value of the torque is tau equal to NIAB sin theta. See, when we place this coil into this current carrying coil into this magnetic field, so the magnetic field lines which are passing from north to south is now tends to concentrate into this soft iron core. That is why the magnetic field is called radial magnetic field. So for radial magnetic field, theta is 90 degree. So what is the amount of torque which is experienced by this coil? It is tau equal to NIAB, since theta is 90 degree due to radial magnetic field. Now, when this coil experiences a torque, and due to this torque, this coil get deflect. Okay? And when the coil start deflecting, the wire is twisted, and due to twist of this wire, another restoring torque is developed into this wire. Now, this restoring torque would try to restore the coil back to its initial position. Now, if phi is the deflection produced and K is the restoring torque per unit twist, then the total restoring torque here is total restoring torque into the wire restoring torque is tau dash equal to K into phi. Now in equilibrium you can write, in equilibrium the deflecting torque is equal to the restoring torque, that is NIAB equal to K phi. So I equal to K by NAB into phi. Now these are constant, so we take this constant as G into phi. Here G is called G equal to K by NAB is a constant and is called galvanometer constant. So from this expression you can write I is proportional to phi. Okay, which gives that the deflection is directly proportional to the current flowing through this coil. Now, how to convert a galvanometer into ammeter? So for this, this is a galvanometer. Now, this is a galvanometer. Now we want to convert this galvanometer into ammeter. Now what is ammeter? Ammeter is a device which is used to measure current in a circuit. So how can we convert this device into ammeter? So for this we have to connect a low resistance in parallel with this galvanometer, and this very low resistance is called shunt. Okay, so if we want to convert a galvanometer to ammeter, we have to connect a shunt resistance in parallel with this galvanometer. Now this whole arrangement called as an ammeter. Okay. Now if I is the current entering here and Ig amount of current passing through this galvanometer, then rest of the current, that is I minus Ig, would pass through the shunt resistance. Now these two are connected in parallel combination, so potential difference across this galvanometer is equal to the shunt potential difference across the shunt, that is Ig into G, potential difference at this point, is equal to I minus Ig into S. So what is the value of S? So S equal to shunt resistance, S equal to I by I minus Ig into G. Now what is the effective resistance of ammeter? So if we calculate effective resistance of ammeter, see these two are connected in parallel combination, so 1 by R effective equal to 1 by G plus 1 by S. Now take G into S, what is get G plus S. Now so R effective is equal to G into S by G plus S. This is the effective resistance. See, the value of S is very low, shunt resistance is very low. So G here is very greater than S. So we can write G plus S is now equal to G, or we can neglect this term S. So R effective is G into S by G. Now this cancel each other. So effective resistance is S, which is very low. So ammeter is a device having very low resistance. Or we consider for an ideal ammeter the resistance is 0. Now conversion of galvanometer into voltmeter. See how to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter. Now, so what is voltmeter? Again, voltmeter is a device which is used to measure potential difference across the two ends. Now, how to convert voltmeter? Galvanometer into voltmeter. See, so this is a galvanometer. Now, if we connect a high resistance in series with this galvanometer, then the whole arrangement works as in voltmeter. Okay. Suppose Ig amount of current is passing through this galvanometer. So what is the potential difference across these 2 points? That is V equal to Ig into G plus Ig into R. So Ig into R equal to V minus Ig into G. So therefore R equal to V by Ig minus G. Okay. So if you want to convert a galvanometer into voltmeter, a high resistance should be attached in series with this galvanometer. Now, what is the effective resistance of this galvanometer, this voltmeter? So, effective resistance of voltmeter. Say, these two are in series combination, so effective resistance is R plus G. Okay. This is the effective resistance of voltmeter and its value is very high. So a voltmeter is a high resistance device, and for ideal voltmeter the resistance